What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video because we're gonna talk about more WNBA and the fact that the WNBA continues to prove that nobody cares about it. Not even people showing up for Brittney Griner. Brittney Griner had her return game, and there wasn't a lot of people there. Now, they would have tried to make it seem like there were a lot of people there to see Brittney Griner's return, but Brittney Griner's return was a huge flop because you had all these people on social media pretending like they care about her through the situation she was going through when she was detained in Russia due to her own actions. So let's be real about this. And now she's back. You're thinking that all these people are going to show up to support her, but they don't. I think I even discussed they were going to hold some sort of welcome back ceremony or some type of event for Brittney Griner. Barely anybody showed up there too. This is when she first got back into the States. Let me say this: the WNBA continues to prove what I have been saying for quite some time. This ain't hate coming from me. This is reality, and the reality is, you got all these women who talk about how they just want an opportunity and they'll make the most of that opportunity. And with the WNBA, they have not done that because the powers that be in the WNBA, they don't want things to get better. They like the way things are. They like to be subsidized by the NBA. They like to get all that marketing from ESPN, Disney without having to do much themselves. They don't have to do a lot of work. All right, so they want the WNBA to continue to be as hollow as it is. It's not getting the support that you would think they would be getting because all these women chirp on social media, but y'all don't go to these WNBA games. Y'all want women to be equal. You talk about women's empowerment, but you don't go support Brittney Griner and the WNBA. You're frauds. You're frauds, and this shows that you people are frauds. Now let's hear from Brittney Griner's coach and her wondering why there weren't more people at the game.
I mean, it was great, but like honestly, come on, LA. Like we didn't sell out the arena for BG. Like I expected more, to be honest, right? Like it was great, it was loud, but how was it not a sellout?
Listen. This ain't just me talking. This is a coach in the WNBA who was baffled why more people didn't show up. And I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons. Poor marketing around the city of Los Angeles. They didn't make it a big deal. Okay. And that just shows you that they are not serious about women's sports. They don't care. This is why they allow males into women's sports, because they don't give a shit about women's sports.
How was it not a sellout? But I mean, it was great, but like honestly, come on, LA. Like we didn't sell out the arena for BG. Like I expected more, to be honest, right? Like it was great, it was loud, but how was it not a sellout? How was it not a sellout?
I think that people are very apathetic towards Brittney Griner. I think there are people who sympathize with her, right? They were happy that she is returned home, but they don't really care about what she's doing now. Like they really don't. You got to understand, women do not watch sports on their own. There aren't women who, let's say single women who live by themselves, who may work let's say she works a job that requires decent amount of hours during the day. When she comes home, she's not turning on Sports Center. She is not watching WNBA games on the weekends or whatever day. They're not doing that. You see, the average woman who you would think would support the WNBA, they don't watch the WNBA. They have no interest in the WNBA. Is, they only have interest in things that men have interest in because these women seek the approval of men. Look at all these sports. Look at the UFC. Look at boxing. Look at all these women who all of a sudden have an interest in boxing and UFC. It's because they want to let men know, hey, I watch sports too. But women on their own, let's say the women are at work. Are they watching sports programming? No, they are not. They are watching Love and Hip Hop. They're watching women fighting on YouTube or World Star Hip Hop, or arguing on Facebook. That's what they're concerned about. They're not concerned with sports, especially women's sports. They think women's sports are a joke. I think the majority of women think women's sports are a joke. That's why they don't really support it. That arena should have been filled up with women who are, who may have brought their children, and their husbands would drag their husband to the game, right? Full of these single, strong, independent women. Where are, women who may have been former athletes when they were in school. Like, the majority of women do not care about sports, and they damn sure don't care about the WNBA. They only care about male sports because to them, male sports are worth their time. Women's sports are not worth their time. So when I see these women complaining about wanting equality and wanting to have more opportunities to shine, when they get these opportunities, they fail and they don't succeed. On another note, let's talk about Brittney Griner standing up for the national anthem. See, it's funny how when you disrespect your country and then you go to another country and you're detained for months and then you come back, how that changes your perspective. And again, if she's standing and she's proud of her country, that's great. But let me tell you, people here in America who complain about America but refuse to leave, this is as good as you're going to have it, because you cannot take that same attitude you have and go to other countries and that same behavior and think that they're just going to allow that. No, they are not. You have more freedoms here than you have any other place. And if you can name a place where you have more freedoms in America, then let me know. But other than that, the complaining to me is just stupid, because once you get caught up in these other countries, who you calling? You calling America. Let's get into this article. The Phoenix Mercury were on the road to start the 2023 WNBA season as the team took on the Los Angeles Sparks at the Crypto.com Arena in Brittney Griner's official return to the floor. Griner had 18.6 rebounds and 4 blocks and 2 assists in Phoenix 94-71 loss, but it was a big moment for the former Baylor standout as she returned to the court for the first time since 2021. She missed all of last season as she was jailed in Russia on a drug conviction. She returned to the U.S. in December as part of a prisoner swap for arms dealer Victor Bout. But because it was her return, Mercury head coach Vanessa Nygaard was expecting a much fuller arena. I mean, it was great, but like, honestly, come on, LA, we didn't sell out the arena for BG. Nygaard said, like, I expect more, to be honest, right? It was great, it was loud, but how was it not a sellout? How was it not a sellout? Let me tell you why it wasn't a sellout. Because they didn't care. Vanessa, they don't care about women's sports. Women don't care. Look at the crowd. Probably had half of them were probably men, bringing their girlfriends who didn't even want to go. That's the crazy thing. Nobody cares about women's sports. Women's sports don't matter the only women's sports that matter is maybe tennis, right? College sports, I think, have more of an importance than pro women's sports, like women's college basketball, women's college volleyball, women's college softball. I see softball all over the ESPN networks, right? They hold more of an importance than women's pro sports, unfortunately, right? Griner said it was nice to be back in a real game, but wanted to pick up the win. It was nice to be back on the court in a real game and everything. I love the love from the fans who came out was amazing, and the players I definitely felt it. I felt it when I was there in Russia. She said via the Arizona Republic, it was nice, but performance-wise, it wasn't good enough because I couldn't help the team with a dub. The arena could fit around 19,000, and about 10,000 people came to the game, according to ESPN. The Sparks' average attendance is more than 5,600. The team finished 13-23 last season and haven't been in the playoffs since 2020 due to the CV virus. Listen, they say 10,000 showed up. That's kind of stretching it. 10,000 might be kind of stretching it. But I will say this. It doesn't surprise me at all that in her return game, people didn't show up because, she was a symbol of, a people already around. Not around. A lot of Western countries like America already had issue with Russia. And this situation is only highlighted because she was detained in Russia. If she was anywhere else, I don't know if it would have been as big of a deal. I'm just being honest with you. But because it was Russia, that's why it was highlighted. But now that she's out of Russia, I just think people went back to not caring very much. I really do. And it's unfortunate because I don't think Brittney is a person. I don't think she's like a bad person or anything. She's somebody that made a bad mistake. Right? But they tried to make her a face of whatever movement that they tried to push. And I don't know if it was as successful the WNBA may have thought. The WNBA may have thought that her return would have helped, push the league forward, and that's just not going to happen. It's going to take more than Brittney Griner to help the WNBA, unfortunately. I think the WNBA is in a situation where I just don't think people are going to care, So let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.